So 2019's Call of Duty Modern Warfare has been out for a full weekend now, and like every year, the hot takes are absolutely flying. On one hand, you had Shroud, who kicked off his first Mixer stream with the game and praised its gunplay, but then on the other hand, you had pros and casuals alike who were absolutely pissed about its annoying map design. And then you have TimTheTatman losing his mind over 13-year-olds clowning on him, and Dr. Disrespect went slightly insane during his 24-hour live stream. It's safe to say it's been one crazy weekend. Okay, before we get into it, this episode of Don't At Me is brought to you by NVIDIA GeForce. Now we all know, guys, that with the game on the line, frames win games, and NVIDIA has all the hardware you need to unlock your full gaming potential. So for everything NVIDIA related, make sure to check out the links in the description below. Now, back to Call of Duty. So a lot of the talk surrounding Modern Warfare this year involves around getting back to the basics, and while that sounds like a gross marketing phrase, in practice it's actually pretty refreshing. No crazy operators or advanced movement or stupid futuristic guns. This time we're back to boots on the ground with realistic weapons and attachments shooting people on realistic looking maps. And about those maps, a lot of people seem to hate them.
Everything's good but the maps. Maps are such a huge thing, dude. Most part of game could suck, but if there's decent maps, I mean, you're in a good position, but they're not good.
Traditionally, COD's multiplayer maps were tightly focused and had clearly defined routes to run through. This kind of like pattern-based style of map encouraged memorization, and it was a part of the fast and fluid gameplay that COD was always known for. Like, I wish I was kidding when I say that I could maneuver around Highrise from MW2 with my eyes closed. But I mean, that was part of the fun, right?
No, really.
But doing press prior to the game's release, developer Jeffrey Smith talked about why Infinity Ward was switching up the map design.
A lot of map design recently in COD has been more symmetrical. Going to Modern Warfare, we wanted to kind of keep that realism, and whenever you do symmetrical layouts, it really starts throwing people's brains off. I think humans can pick up patterns really easily, and so to make the space feel real, you kind of really have to hide those 3 lanes.
And a lot of people, pros included, aren't happy with the changes.
Someone actually got paid to fucking make this map, and then also got co-signed by a bunch of other people who are also paid to make maps. I think this was fucking good. Are you kidding me?
Now to me, a guy who played an insane amount of NW2 in high school, the maps do feel noticeably different. For one thing, verticality is huge this year and everything feels a little more cluttered. And while the 3-lane system is here in theory, it doesn't feel like you can run laps around the maps anymore due to this clutter and just the fact that there's a ton more places to get shot from in this title. It doesn't seem to be just the poor map design that has COD feeling less like COD than ever before. In the last few iterations, score streaks replaced kill streaks, which encouraged playing the objective. But now that kill streaks are back, playing for kills is once again more important. The sound design is such that you can hear people coming from a mile away, and with this new verticality and a million corners to peek from, Modern Warfare this time feels super camp heavy.
I'm getting super frustrated just because you can't run around and try to fry people in this game. Like, at all. Like, obviously you don't want that all the time, right? Black Ops 4, too fast, and too much mobility. But this game, there's like absolutely zero mobility. Even like COD 4, you could, destroy someone on a heady. Like this game, it seems like there's just no chance. If someone's posted watching, like it's just a wrap, From what
I can tell, developer Infinity Ward have been listening to player feedback since just yesterday, an update went live that fixed a lot of the issues players were having with the dead silence field upgrades. To be honest, this iteration of Modern Warfare feels more in line with Battlefield, especially considering there's a ground war mode that pits 64 players against each other in all-out chaos. Now, my favorite aspects so far have been the smaller quality of life changes, being able to peek corners or reload while aiming down the sights, or being able to edit your loadout mid-match. I have no idea whether or not all of this is going to be good or bad for the COD esports scene, but with this new look Call of Duty World League right around the corner, we won't have to wait long to find out.
They made a game that caters to casual players, but they're hosting a league where teams pay $25 million for competitive. It just shows that Activision and the devs aren't synced up. Like, I mean, I'm curious to see what happens.
Despite this lukewarm reception, it is still a fresh Call of Duty game, which means it dominated streaming platforms this weekend and brought in big viewership numbers for a lot of different personalities. For example, on Sunday, Scump peaked at 34,000 viewers, almost double his average.
Oh my God, somebody clip that shit now!
The doc himself peaked at almost 100,000 viewers on Friday night when he kicked off his 24-hour live stream.
It's about breaking through, right? It's about getting involved. About wanting it more.
And then of course there's Shroud, who peaked at 78,000 viewers late Thursday night, once he managed to get onto a server.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. I'm in!
With everyone comparing Modern Warfare to previous titles, a part of me wonders why Call of Duty can't evolve and just be different. Every year this sort of thing happens, with people complaining that the newest title isn't like their treasured favorite. And I get it, nostalgia is real, and there are tangible issues with Modern Warfare, but can't we just like chill for a month before writing this one off? The other giant change to multiplayer this year comes in the form of a battle pass, similar to Fortnite or Apex Legends. No loot boxes, no season pass this time around, and map DLC is apparently going to be free. Another giant change introduced this year is crossplay, and so now you have console and PC going head to head for who's best. And then there's the standout gunfight mode, which is an intense 2v2 shootout with randomized loadouts and a lot of anxiety on my end. But still, there's a lot of complaints. The underwhelming spawn system, the lack of mobility, the fact that dead silence isn't actually a perk, and the super loud footsteps. Yeah, basically it's a new game and people have their issues. Despite all of this, people seem to be having a ton of fun with the game. You got the likes of TimTheTatman, Dr. Lupo, and Cloaksy teaming up for a bunch of shenanigans in Ground War.
Wait, is this our help? They're landing! They're landing! I got them! Oh my god! Helicopter up here!
And of course, you got Shroud doing what Shroud does best.
Outside.
I got it!
On bottom floor.
Yeah!
Nice!
Let's go!
Got it. I'm dropping it.
There we go, I got it. Third nuke of the day?
Overall, it seems like the sentiment about this year's Call of Duty is fairly normal. A lot of people hate it, a lot of people think it's fine, and some people think it's great. The biggest issue that's probably going to dominate the conversation in the next couple of months is the seemingly poor map design and its impact on the competitive scene. And seeing how Activision are launching this new COD franchised league in 2020, who knows what the hell is going to happen? And hey, there is also a campaign, which I'm thoroughly enjoying like a total loser. And once again, shout out to NVIDIA GeForce for helping us put this video together. And for everything you need to know about them, make sure to check out the links in the description below.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring that notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit up our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages.